Marokko im Halbfinale und das auch noch verdient. Was sagen Sie? Das war schon wieder ein starkes Portugal mit Talent ohne Ende. Wir haben dagegen gehalten. Masraoui, sei es verletzt. Wir haben eine Gruppe zusammengeschweißt in einer Geisteshaltung, in der jeder für jeden kämpft. Also wir haben Afrika-Geschichte geschrieben, Geschichte für Afrika. Ich bin sehr, sehr glücklich. Sie haben das Bild des Fußballs verändert. Die Fußball-Landkarte, auf der jetzt Marokko groß draufsteht. Ja, es geht darum, dass man Fortschritte macht, dass man vorankommt, mehr Qualität hat. Wir hatten viele Verletzte vor der WM. Sarr, Massina, aber wir haben uns reingebissen und vor allen Dingen diesen Spirit in der Mannschaft geschaffen. Afrika ist heute wieder auf der Landkarte des Fußballs. Heute ist es vollzogen worden. Walid, Sie haben Geschichte geschrieben. Walid, Regragui, Sie haben die Tür geöffnet für andere Trainer, für Afrika. Klar, wir kommen aus Afrika, für uns ist das nicht leicht, ich als arabischer Trainer, aber dann solchen Mannschaften Probleme bereiten zu können. Wer arbeitet, kommt auch voran. Ich bin so glücklich für Marokko. Und da bin ja nicht nur ich, der Verband.
I've got to say to you, John, I cannot tell you how thankful I am to be in this stadium, to see that, to witness that. That was absolutely superb. And yes, that man's upset, but the fact of the matter is it's not about him tonight.
But congratulations, Morocco, because they have done themselves proud and they have done their nation proud as well. And as you can see, this is the route to the final. So they have taken the third semi-final spot, and they, of course, will play the winner of England against France, which takes place later on. Wow. What a 90 minutes or 98 minutes we have just witnessed. It was something very, very special.
It's a part of history.
Oh, it is. And you know what? The fans are still here behind us, and this stadium is still bouncing, Graham, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I have to be honest, I thought Portugal have looked what Spain did against this team and said to themselves, that ain't going to be us. You know, we're going to get on the front foot, we've got better strikers, we will score goals against them. And once we do that, it could be an easy night. Well, they didn't do that. And then, you know when you're a player on the pitch, see, when you start, in the quarter moments, when the ball may go out of play, your brain starts to drift and say, oh no, this is happening. And then when the goalkeeper comes, doesn't get anywhere near that cross, you find yourself 1-0 down, then the alarm bells are ringing in your head. And they huffed and puffed Portugal. At no time can you say, okay, they defended deep Morocco. But at no time was it last-ditch tackles to, you know, make clearances that were certain goals. Yeah, they threatened a couple of times, and we'll show them. But by and large, because of the determination and their aggression and their organisation, Morocco handled it very, very well.
They handled the occasion well, didn't they? Because, of course, Portugal were the team that everyone thought would be the ones going through to the semi-final. And they had a fair few chances to get themselves there as well.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances, especially in the second half. This was a good one from Ramos. He got his head against it, but he missed the target, missed the direction. By the way, it was not really the Ramos that we've seen, obviously, in the 6-1 win against Switzerland. And you can see here, you know, missed the target completely. There's another one here from Fernandes on the edge of the box. I think he just could have slotted in a little bit lower. But again, the frustration. But it says also a little bit.
I think it's the closing down there has made him lift it more than he wanted to.
But that's, you know, we're talking about the resilience of Morocco. I think because they missed all these chances, because they were so close every time when Portugal tried to pull the trigger on them, you know, and it makes them difficult.
But they were closing down. That's the
thing. They were closing down all the time. So that's why it was so hard for them.
We've got a bird's eye view of every time they came near to the Moroccan goal.
Yeah,
they were sprinting at them. They were making them hurry passes, making them hurry shots. Yeah. And you know, that doesn't come by accident. You know, you have to work on that. And they're reacting off each other. If one sprinted, didn't get there, the next one was out getting there. Yeah. That was a real lesson in how to close down and make life difficult for the opposition.
Oh, yeah, even there with a free header almost at the end, you know, you have like a Moroccan defender hanging on Pepe, never making it like easy, and they're never almost in balance. So yeah, credit to Morocco, but also at times I feel maybe not the highest quality from Portugal's side, you know.
No, I mean, I
They
think
didn't have the day today.
well, it's not about having the day. It's about the fact that they have the qualities. But I think they were really complacent. You know, they were really complacent. They were thinking maybe in a slight way or a lightly way about thinking about Morocco. Yeah, okay, we overcome Morocco. And the approach was not the same approach that we've seen against them against Switzerland. You know, the high energy, high octane, always pressing.
But you've got to give Morocco credit. Don't you think that was a case of Morocco had a game plan which worked very well against Spain? We're just sitting there every time that the Portuguese get the ball, we'll be back in numbers. And then that's already, it's okay to say that. But what generally happens if you're constantly bringing the team onto you, someone will go to sleep at a vital time. Well, none of them went to sleep at any vital times tonight. To a man, they were awake to every bit of danger. And they did it with so much determination and passion. And they were fighting for a cause. That was more than a football match to these guys. They were fighting for a cause tonight. They knew they had a real chance of making history tonight. And they've gone and done it.
And they have gone and done it. I mean, they put in that real shift against Spain that we spoke about as well. But now, do you...
I mean, but he will try to make it as fit as possible to the semi-final because it's
you find another level, right? It's a World Cup.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment for him.
We spoke a lot, didn't we, also about the squad depth of both of the sides, and we thought maybe squad depth would prevail and maybe Portugal would find something off the bench like Ronaldo, but it just wasn't meant to be. Nadia, talk us through the winning goal, though. Talk us through this moment. Because this was special, wasn't it?
Very special, you know, as I said, they have luck keeping the ball in Portugal's half, and then the ball gets to the outside back, and again you have 2-3 runners in the box, and this goal is just like pure class by the top man, top striker. He gets there, and again it's the desire to want to jump higher than defender and getting in it. The keeper does look unlucky, but again it's the striker is searching it.
Yeah, give the striker credit, 100%. What goalkeepers don't like, what defenders don't like, is balls hit in with real pace and flat. By flat, I mean that they're not very high. They're zooming in at head height.
Pace,
That was sat up. That was coming down with snow on it. The goalkeeper, from the minute it leaves the foot, has got to pick that ball, the flight of that ball up. And he makes an absolute pig's ear of it. He really does. I mean, he just loses it completely. He should be looking, and if he's picked up properly, to be taking that ball at its highest point he possibly can. Instead of that, the striker does. He's just totally got it wrong, and it's cost him dearly.
I think there was more of a lack of belief. If you look at the two opponents, of course the striker hitting the ball and the goalkeeper coming out. There was never a belief that the goalkeeper would go for that and pick the ball out of the air. But the belief of the striker, he was there and said, like, you know what, I just go for it. And of course we can discuss about the qualities of the goolkeeper, because for me it was just a pure mistake. There was nothing of belief in there.
Yeah.
But I think that's what you need. But that is also it's in your 18-yard box. You're, as a goalkeeper, you are the boss there. It doesn't matter. You have hands as well. You have to do better in that sense.
The reason it's easy is because it's so high. It's lofted in. It's not been, it's not flat.
No.
It's not coming in zooming and then dipping at last minute. It's constantly going up.
Yeah.
And it's dropping in the middle of your goal, and you can't come and collect that.
Okay, before we move ahead and we look ahead to the next game, I don't know if you know, but it's England against France.
Is it?
Just a small game. Tell us, what does it feel to get to this stage? What is it like as a player?
Well, it's a great feeling, I've been back-to-back as well with the Netherlands in 2010 and 2014 in the semi-finals. But it's a great moment for euphoria. I mean, you have to understand that it's not for every nation to go to the semi-finals. And whenever you reach it, of course, now is the great day. You have to enjoy it. You have to embrace it with your families and friends. But once they go back in the hotel and the coach does his speaks, and the next day comes, you have to settle down again and then watch what your opponent is, who your opponent is going to be. But it's a great feeling. I mean, to be at the last four of the world, that says something about you as a nation, but also as a group. And of course, even though if you win or lose, you still have a bronze medal to play as well. So it's not over. You still have guaranteed 2 games.
You don't get to this stage and thinking about bronze, do you?
No.
They're thinking about winning.
I never said
They're
that.
absolutely
The
thinking
other
about
3
winning
teams, for Argentina, both England and France, if you asked them, they wouldn't answer it. But if you were to ask them and got an answer out of them, they'd be happy about Morocco getting there. That might just be a mistake for the other 3 teams.
Yeah.
It's a good point there. In the stadium in time to see the goal. And I think we should get straight to the analysis, because we didn't think we were going to see a goal, but Nadia, we certainly did, didn't we? What a time for him to score.
Perfect timing, just before the half time. I think they've been brilliant the way they've been starting the game, compact, and then obviously going for the chances. And here, you know, they managed to need a couple of passes together, and then amazing cross from the outside back, and unnecessary. He's there where he's supposed to be as a 9-target player, and I think even Cristiano Ronaldo will be proud of that jump.
Costa, you know, a young 23-year-old goalkeeper, 12 games for Portugal, just gets it all wrong, doesn't pick the flight up, maybe clashes into his own player there, made a hash of it. If he stays at home, I think it's an easier save for him. He made his mind up early to come and just got it all wrong. Cost his team dearly.
Well, from El Nesri's point of view, he was the first Moroccan to score 3 World Cup goals. That's his second at this World Cup. Although, Portugal, they did have a few chances, didn't they? Should they have made better of these chances?
Yeah, I think, no, I wouldn't say better of these chances, because of the majority of this game, you know, it was a great defending by Morocco and really frustrating to Portugal's offense. But I think we can just look at the first chance here. I think it was the best chance, the header that they did here. I mean, it was still it was onside. Of course, they got first post. They had to do better than this. I think it was the best chance that they had in the first half. He couldn't really slot it away enough in the corner. It was a great save from the goalkeeper. But if I would say that they had the best chances, not really.
Well, João Felix here, he hits the shot, takes a wicked deflection, could easily have ended up in the back of the net. But as Nye says, they've been limited to very little, Portugal. And Morocco have sat in deep and frustrated the life out of them. They just make them go square all the time. Fernandes here, this is, only he knows if he meant that or not.
Yeah.
Certainly worried the goalkeeper. Could easily have dipped in. We've seen him do it in England. You know, he is adventurous when he plays football. Fernandes, too much at times, but I'm leaning more to the thought he may have tried that. But they've been frustrated, Portugal. They've somehow, I think they maybe get a change at half time, get someone. They need a player who can skip past someone.
This was actually the penalty shout. Anything in this, guys?
No.
No, nothing. I mean, you know, you could see also who's at the end of it and who's laying on the floor again. I mean, we all know, especially when from back in the UK in the Premier League, Fernandes has a feeling of going to the ground in circumstances like this, a situation like this, and it was not enough for me to give it a penalty. And especially in the moment of the game like that, you know, the referee made a good call. I think the VAR made a great call.
OK, well, it is competition time now, and with every goal that goes in, more money gets added to our prize fund. To be in with a chance to win, take a look at this.